Hey guys and girls, I'm James and welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a look at a new holystone HS440 just released by Holystone. It's a very good beginner budget drone, but it's got a lot of really nice features, and we're going to go over all the features of the drone and put it in the air in a little bit. But let's go over some things about this drone. First of all, I wish they had called it the Holystone Mini because it looks like a little miniature version of the very popular 720E by Holystone. It's about 1/3 of the price. It's kind of like the DJI Mini is 1/3 of the price. The Mini 2 is 1/3 of the price of the Mavic 2 Pro. And you might say, why did Holystone come out with another budget drone when they just came out with the 175D and the 175E? Well, this one's half the price of the 175. And honestly, I like this one way better. And let me explain why. This is the first drone I've ever had of any drone that as soon as I put the battery in, within seconds I'm up in the air. Because with all other drones, even the Inspired behind me and all DJI products, to calibrate the gyro, the first time you got to do when you get it connected to the app and the Wi-Fi, to set the gyro, you got to spin it 3 times this way, spin it 3 times this way. It doesn't want to calibrate, and as a beginner, you get frustrated thinking you're doing something wrong, and all of a sudden you think drones aren't for you. After a while, when you get a pre-start checklist and you start learning how to do everything, you still got to do that every time. Well, somehow Holystone's taken it out of this one. To set the gyro, once you bind the controller by going up and down, you just pull both joysticks down and to the right and you take off. Very, very simple. So I've always said Holystone makes the best beginner drone, which is the HS210, which flies amazing, and it's the best drone to learn the orientation of the joystick, so you kind of have a good feel of what the drone is doing in the air. But this thing used to be in the low 20s, and now it's in the high 30s because of the shortage of raw materials and chips in China. So this one being under $90 now with the 10% discount code, to me this is now the best beginner drone because you got a great camera. So before we go put this up in the air, let's go over the features of the drone, the app, and the controller, and then we'll fly it and come back for a final review. So first off, let's see what she weighs in at. She weighs in at 173 grams, so it's still way under the 250 limit for the FAA, so it doesn't have to be registered. So 173 grams is about the same weight as a small banana. All right, no boring unpacking. It comes with a fantastic case, good handle. I love the feel of it, good zipper. When you open it up, the drone goes in one side and the battery's in the front, control on the other. Has a really nice zipper case. It comes with extra props. It comes with 2 controllers and 2 batteries. Takes about an hour and a half to charge, and like I said, you get a full 20-minute flight time. The light when you plug it in will be red, then it turns green. The drone's very simple. It's very easy to just to change the props. You just push in and out, but make sure when you're changing them out that some of them are labeled A and some of them are labeled B. You've got to replace the right ones. Like I said, it's a 720p camera. The SD card fits in underneath. The battery, pops in and out real easy on the bottom. It even looks like the 720E battery. All right, so on the controller, one thing that's funny, right here on the transmitter details, it says this is a photo holder. It's not a photo holder, it's a phone holder. It's funny that didn't make it through editing. So you have your power switch right here, you turn it on. You got a speed switch right here, which I really like because it's high and low, and it's very easy to do. The other 175s, you push down on this, but no, it's right there in plain to see. Right here's your photo button. You press it to take a photo, longer press to take a video. Headless mode, don't use that, but long press is how you set your trim. So if the drone seems to be sliding to the left or the right or forward or backwards, you press down on this, long press on this button in the opposite direction of whatever direction it's fading to. So again, if the drone is facing away from you and it seems to be sliding a little bit to the left, push down on this and then bump it to the right a few times until it seems to get altitude level hold. It doesn't have an optical flow sensor, but it seemed to hold position really well. If it's windy outside, you're gonna have a little bit of trouble, but that'll make you a better pilot because you gotta fight the wind a little bit. Your takeoff and landing button is here, and then here is your short press, makes it spin really fast. A longer press makes it do a circle. Really fun, very simple remote. Oh, right here is the, you turn the gimbal up and down right here. That works really well. So you can point the camera straight down to do an overhead shot. You have to fold the top ones in first, and it fits in the palm of your hand. So it also comes with a really nice instruction manual. So you go to page 13, turn on your camera. In iOS, it'll open up to the app, and you open the app, hit enter device. And on the app, the only thing that I really like to use is to start the camera in the video. The rest of it, I like to use the controller. Go back, very important step, go back to your settings, go to your Wi-Fi. You see holystone, press that. Wait for it to check mark to come on. Then you're connected. Then go back to the app and open it up, and there we are. Really good camera. I mean, for under $100, it really works amazing. It takes great photos. It's not going to take really good videos because it doesn't have a 3-axis gimbal. So when I'm filming, you'll see the props in it. So if you don't want to see the props, drop your camera down a little bit. So it'll go all the way down if you want to get some great footage of it. So let's go put her up in the air. Down and in on both of them. Power up the motors. And then up. Alright guys, the video on the left shows the camera footage. There's a little bit of jello to it, but for a budget drone, it does really, really well. There's no latency in the controls. What I mean by that is when you push it left or right, it's going to go there. If it's windy outside, don't fly it until you're really experienced with it, but it'll make you a better pilot. And the higher you go, the more the wind's going to affect it. One thing that really surprised me with this, usually when they say you get 20 minutes, you don't. You get 15 to 12. This thing really did last 20 minutes. When it gets down to the end, the control will start beeping at you. You still got about 2 minutes after that. Here's some photos I took. I mean, there's a little bit of tilt in the horizon, but for a budget drone, the saturation was really good. Look at this color saturation. I was really impressed. A lot of fun to fly. I mean, there's a lot to be said of getting so much out of so little, and that's kind of what this drone's all about. I mean, it's not perfect, but for under $100, you're going to have a lot of fun, and it's a great way to learn how to fly. It is hard to see which is the front, which is the back to get used to it. Maybe you want to take some of your mom's nail polish and put it on the back. There is 2 white stripes in the front, but it's a lot of fun. Camera's good, flight time's good, latency's good on the controllers. I mean, I'd give this thing for the price, I'd give it an A. So, looking forward to doing some more videos with this thing. I think this thing's got a real important place in the drone industry right now because there's not many drones out there that can do this for under $100 and have such a short pre-checklist. So thanks so much for watching my review of the holystone HS440, a really important drone in the marketplace today because I think this now is the best beginner mini drone. For the price, everything that it can do, the very short pre-start checklist that we talked about. But if you've only got $30 or $40 to spend as your first drone, the HS210 is a good one. Probably $60, you're looking at the HS340. But if you could just save up and get a few more dollars and have this be your first drone, you're going to be really, really happy. I think this one is very comparable to the DRC D10 and D50, but I actually like this one better because of the very short pre-start checklist, which is important to beginners. The long flight time, the great camera, the no latency of controls. So, because I think this is going to be really hard now for the 720s and the $300 drones in the world because of the release of the DJI SE being under $300. That's going to change the industry a lot. So the place that these have in the marketplace is very important. And another thing, this one will sit on a shelf just as good as an $1,800 drone. And what I mean by that is people want to get in shape and they go spend thousands of dollars on a very expensive treadmill thinking they're going to use it and they don't. Or if they had bought a $300 treadmill, they both will hang clothes on it just as good. Well, this one will sit on the shelf just as good as an $1,800 drone. To see if you like drones, this is a great choice. If you're like me and you buy it and you love it and you want to move up, great. But this is a very good drone to start with because it's inexpensive, but it's a great drone also to learn the orientation of the controls. You don't want to spend $2,000 on a drone and get out there and you don't know which way is up and down because this thing sits on 4 axes. So it yaws left and right, it goes up and down, it pitches forward and back, and it goes up and down. And that's how these controls work. And so the controls on this work just as the same as a very expensive drone. So this is a very good drone to fly for the first time because you learn the orientations of the drone. So if you got something out of this, please like and subscribe. Subscribers mean everything to this channel. I've got a lot of really good content coming out really soon, and it'll be very exciting. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.